Hey there, NanFan here again. So I've decided to jump in to start sim racing for 2023. So a little bit about my current setup, and this is going to be a quick review. I built this racing sim setup to achieve two different objectives. One, keep it budget friendly, in this case under $500, and two, make it easy accessible for my kids to hop on anytime and try sim racing. This setup consists of two different components, the racing cockpit and the steering and pedal set. For the racing cockpit, I went with Next Level Racing FGT Lite setup. This entry level cockpit is great as it fits in my overall budget. Usually retails for about $299, but I was able to pick it up on Amazon during the holidays for about $280. For the steering wheel and pedal set, I chose a tried and true Logitech G29. G29 usually retails about $299, but I was able to scoop this up for about $200 at Best Buy during the holidays. So I'm not going to go too much in depth of the overall process of constructing the racing cockpit, as it was pretty straightforward. Folks at Next Level Racing include a very thought out manual and comes with all the tools you need, such as Phillips screwdrivers and an Allen wrench. Now just a little side note, you might need a small hammer to get some of the screws to pass through, as I had a hard time pushing them through by hand. And while on that note, a little rant, for some reason my kit didn't seem to be 100% brand new. I'm not too sure who's to blame here, but I noticed a weird stain on the fabric and an overabundance amount of screws and washers and a decent amount of imperfections and scratches, as you can see on the video. With that note to the side, making adjustments to the racing cockpit is easy as ever, as the joints utilize tool-free adjustment hubs. And the best part of the cockpit is its unique ability to fold away when not in use. Lastly, another great feature is the ability to easily hop in and out of the cockpit. The steering wheel pivots away for easy access to the seat and stay in place with a simple locking mechanism. As for the Logitech G29, it's pretty much drama free. Granted, it's nothing like a direct drive system from Fanatec, but for the low entry point, it does the job pretty well. If you decided to make some upgrades, like replacing a steering wheel with a deep dish version or adjusting the pedal pressure, there's an abundant amount of information and resources you can find on Reddit and YouTube. And the reason why I went with the Logitech G29 instead with the more recent Logitech G923 is more based on value and price. $200 for the G29 and almost $400 for the 923. From the reviews I've read and seen, I didn't really think it was worth it. And granted, it didn't fit in my $500 budget. So I'm not really too sure how my kids feel about this setup, as I've been hogging a crazy amount of seat time for the past couple of weeks. I know it's not 100% perfect, but as a beginner level setup, I'm pretty happy with the setup overall. I noticed my gameplay has been more engaging and it definitely beats playing on the traditional controller. In the future, I might visit the idea of upgrading the steering wheel, or maybe save a couple more dollars for a dedicated rig and direct drive setup. So let me know in the comments below if you think of any suggestions, if you think if I should try to build more on this current setup, or should I explore more into a dedicated racing rig setup. And if you like this content, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more content from me, please consider hitting that subscribe button. But until then, see you next time.